Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, before we get into the show, first off, man, if you haven't done this already, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video will come out because I'm here each and every single week. So make sure you hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. And then next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. You click on that bell. And when you click on that bell, you'll be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded. And one last thing, don't forget to be awesome. So yeah, don't forget to be awesome. And yeah, man, sit back, chillax, grab something to eat, grab something to drink because you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about WWE Crown Jewel 2021. Yes, man. Really great show, man. Great show. Like the matches on this show, man. I enjoyed the matches on this show, man. And I said this yesterday, man. I said this yesterday on my Crown Jewel predictions. Like the matches on this show were like WrestleMania matches, man. Like the match card, it was like a WrestleMania. It felt like a WrestleMania. And you know, the venue, a large venue. Crowd was electrified, man. Crowd was hyped the entire show, man. Was hyped the entire show, man. And yeah, man, love the matches on this show, man. I love the Hell in a Cell match with Edge and Seth Rollins, man. That was a really great match, man. The Universal title match with Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar was really good. The WWE title match, man, with Big E and Drew McIntyre was really good, man. And even the women's match was good too, man. But like the matches on this show, man, was just so great, man. And they WWE, man, done a great job. And I usually don't say this, man. WWE, man, they done a great job. They done a great job with this show today, man. Great job, man. And yeah, man. And also, man, we have a new King of the Ring. So we have a new King of the Ring, and we have a new Queen of the Ring, or Queen Crown tournament. So yeah, man. So yeah, just overall, man, just a great show, man. Just a great show overall. And yeah, man. As I said before, man, they done a great job tonight. Not tonight, but today. They did a great job today. But yeah, man. So yeah, man, that was pretty much Crown Jewel, man. Pretty much Crown Jewel. And yeah, man, I said this in my intro all the time, man. If you haven't done this already, man, hit the thumbs up, man. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And then right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell to be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded because I am here each and every single week, man. Wednesdays for AEW Dynamite, Thursdays for Impact Wrestling, Fridays for AEW Rampage, and Saturdays and Sundays are for WWE, AEW, and Impact Wrestling pay-per-view. So I'm here, man. So yeah, man, so we are live in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And so yeah, man, just like what I said before, the show today started at 11 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, man, so I did make it home from work on time to watch the show. And yeah, man, so yeah, we start off the kickoff show, man. I didn't know they had a match on the kickoff show, but we had a match on the kickoff show. And it was the Usos, the Smackdown Tag Team Champions versus the Hurt Business. So that's Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. So the Usos, they beat the Hurt Business. And I did not watch the match because, you know, I didn't watch the pre-show and I didn't know there was a match on the pre-show. But yeah, man, so that was pretty much it with the match. And so yeah, man, so yeah, right after that, man, we start off the show, man. We start off the main show. start off the main show with the Hell in a Cell match. So it was Seth Rollins versus Edge inside of a Hell in a Cell. So yeah, man. So yeah, start off the show with this match, man. So yeah, man. So we had Edge and Rollins. They were going after each other, and so we had a "This is awesome" chant, and the match just started. We're not even in the middle of the match, and the crowd chanted "This is awesome." So yeah, man. So Edge ended up taking back control, and then Rollins took control. And then Rollins, he at one point ran into the cell with a tope suicida, so Edge moved out of the way. So therefore, Seth Rollins, he crashed into the cell with a tope suicida. And so yeah, man, so it was definitely a suicide, literally a suicide dive. But yeah, man. So yeah, Edge, he had brought out steel chairs, and he had an execution of Rollins, and then Edge at one point he had broke off the bar of the chair, and then yeah, he tried to use it on Rollins, but Seth Rollins hit a sling blade to Edge, and so yeah, Rollins took control of the match, and so yeah, man, so the Edge started taking control of the match, so these guys were going back and forth, and so Rollins, he hit Edge with a chair over and over and over again, and so the crowd started chanting "You suck" to Rollins, and then Rollins, he went for the concerto, but Edge saw it coming, and so yeah, man, so not Rollins, Edge, man, he locked in a crossface submission move to Rollins, and Rollins, he grabbed the bar, and he grabbed the bar, and then he stabbed Edge in the eye. He stabbed Edge in the eye with that bar, the bar of the chair, so that broken piece of that chair. And so yeah, man, so yeah, Rollins, he had a frog splash to Edge, and Edge kicks out. And so yeah, Rollins had brought out a table, and so the crowd started chanting "Yes, yes, yes," and then Rollins, he went right after the eye. And so yeah, man. And then Seth Rollins, he hit the kill switch or the unpretty or whatever you want to call it. And so the commentary team, they said that, I think it was Michael Cole, he had said that he hit Edge with his own move. He hit Edge with his own move. And I was like, you mean Christian's move? That's Christian's finishing move, not Edge's finishing move. Edge's finishing move is the spear. His finishing move is the spear, not the unprettier. But yeah, man. Yeah, shade at Christian Cage, man. And so yeah, man. So this was the best part. This is the best spot in the match, man. So yeah, so Edge and Rollins. So we had Rollins at the top rope, and Edge, he had knocked Rollins off the top rope, and he knocked him. He fell out of the ring, and he bumped into the cell, and he went through the table that was below him. So yeah, man, really, really, really nasty spot, man. Really nasty spot from Seth Rollins. And so yeah, man. So yeah, they were fighting in the ring. They had the steel steps. Edge, he hit the Edge-O-Matic to Rollins on the steel step, so that had to hurt. So both of these guys, they hurt each other. They both took the punishment from that move. Edge, even though he gave the move, he still took punishment from that move. And so yeah, the crowd was chanting "This is awesome," and it was, man. And so yeah, man. So Edge, he had a diving elbow. He had a diving elbow with a steel chair on Rollins, who was laying on the steel steps. And so yeah, man. So yeah, we had a super kick to Edge, followed up by a pedigree. So that was really nice, man. Nice transition. And then Rollins kicked out of the pedigree. And so yeah, man. So Edge, he had a buckle bomb. Edge hit a buckle bomb to Rollins. So that's Rollins' own move. And so yeah, man. So he followed up with a spear to Rollins, and so Rollins kicked out. And so the crowd, they couldn't believe it that Rollins kicked out of the spear. And so yeah, man. So yeah, as I said earlier, man, the crowd, man, they were freaking electrified, man. They were hype, bro. They were hype. They were hype, bro. Hype, bro. Like the hype bros. But yeah, man, they were going crazy, bro. They were going crazy. And so yeah, man. So Edge, he pulled out a table and a ladder, and then he used he used the ladder, and he hit Rollins with the ladder. And so yeah, man. So Rollins, he had threw Edge into the ladder, and so Rollins, he went right after Edge's bad neck. And so yeah, man. So we had this is another great spot in this match, man. We had Seth Rollins, he had a sunset powerbomb off of the ladder on Edge, and Edge went through the ladder. I mean, not through the ladder. He went through the table, bro. He went through the table. Edge did. And so yeah, man. Really, really cool spot, man. Cool spot. And Edge kicks out. And so yeah, man. So Rollins, at this point, he lost his mind, man. He started to lose his mind. Like, he was like, man, I cannot believe this guy kicking out of this move. That should have been it. I should be the winner. And so yeah, so Rollins, he was looking around for something. Like, he was looking on the ring for something. At one point, he put out a toolbox. And so yeah, man. So Rollins, he super kicked Edge. And then Rollins, he grabbed that chain. He grabbed the chain from the toolbox. What would a chain be doing in a toolbox? I don't know. But he grabbed the chain from the toolbox. And so yeah, man. So Rollins, he had tied the chain. He had tied the chain around his boot, around his leg and his boot. So I thought that was really badass, man. And so yeah, man. So Rollins, he hit the super kick. So he hit Edge with the super kick while the chain was wrapped around his leg and his boot. And so yeah, man, he caught him right in the face too, man. They even played it in slow motion. And so yeah, man. So Rollins was talking trash to Edge, and so Rollins, he was like, "This is how your fairy tale ends." And so Rollins, he tried to go for the curb stomp on a chair on Edge, but Edge, he had low blow. He low blow Rollins with a chair. He low blowed him with a chair, so that had to hurt, man. Still to the balls, man. And so yeah, man. So Edge, he had a super kick to Rollins, and then crowd was chanting for one more time. And so Edge, he hits the super kick on Rollins again. And so yeah, man. So Edge, he untied the chain that was wrapped around Seth Rollins' leg and around his boot. And so yeah, man. So he started the choke. He started to choke Rollins with the chain. And so yeah, man. So Rollins, he saw a wrench that was in that toolbox, and so he grabbed the wrench, and so Edge had took it away from him. And so Edge, he grabbed the wrench and he started to stretch it across Seth Rollins' mouth to get him to tap out. And so Edge, he had let go of the hold. He had let go of the hold. And so the commentary team was wondering like what is he doing? Could have had the match won. And so yeah, man. So Edge, he released the hold and he went for the curb stomp. So he hit Seth Rollins with his own move, the curb stomp, for the win. So yeah, man. So he beat Seth Rollins with his own move. So therefore, Edge wins the match. And yeah, man. That you never see somebody get beat with their own move. It is a rarity that you see people get beat with their own move. Now you have seen people, hit their opponent's finishing move on each other. That like people have hit stolen moves from each other and hit it on each other, but you'll never see nobody beating somebody with their own move. But yeah, man. Yeah, great match, man. Great match. If I had to choose like a match of the night, this is probably the match of the night. This is probably the match of the night for me. We had a lot of great matches on this show. A lot of great matches. And yeah, man, awesome spots in this match. Great spots in the match. That table spot, man, with Rollins, hitting the cell and then falling off of the cell, going through the table, man. And that sunset powerbomb off of the ladder, man, was really cool, man. And so yeah, man. So yeah, and then right after the match was over, man, right after the match was over, I was like, man, who in the hell is gonna follow this match? Who is gonna follow this? Like how are you gonna follow this match? How are you gonna follow this match? And that's what I was thinking, man. I was like, man, who is gonna follow that? Who is gonna follow that, man? I felt bad for the next match. I felt bad for the next match that was after this match. So yeah, man. And yeah, with this match, I predicted Edge to win the match based off of what Rollins put him through, invading his house and all that stuff, and, stretching him out in that match that they have on SmackDown one time. But yeah, man. And plus, Edge, he needed his win back. He needed his win back, and so he got his win back. So yeah, man. So this is the end of the feud, man. This is the end of the feud. And yeah, now what these guys do next, they are going to Monday Night Raw. They are going to Monday Night Raw. I'll send these guys out of the WWE Championship. I'll send them after the WWE Championship. And yeah, that's what I would do, man. That's what I would do. But yeah, man, overall, man, just a great, great match, man. Great match. And so yeah, man, so right after this, we had our match. We had our match that followed the Hell in a Cell match. Mustafa Ali versus Mansoor. So yeah, man, so of course this was Mansoor's hometown or his homeland or his home country in Saudi Arabia. And so yeah, man, so both of these guys, they were trying to one-up each other. And so yeah, man, so Mansoor hit a baseball drop kick to Ali. And then Ali, he tripped up Mansoor on the ring apron at one point, so that had to hurt, man. Like, his back hit the edge of the ring apron. So that, had to hurt, man. And so Ali, he took control of the match. And then we had a tornado DDT to Mansoor. Was the best tornado DDT I ever saw, man, was Mustafa Ali hit on Mansoor. Best tornado DDT I ever saw, man. Like man, I'm telling you, man, he spiked Mansoor with that tornado DDT, man. He spiked him. And so yeah, man, And then Ali, he was talking trash to Mansoor. And then Mansoor, he was fired up and he started fighting back. And then we had a spine buster to Ali. And then Ali tried to beg off Mansoor. And so Mansoor, he wasn't buying it. And so yeah, man, we had an insecurity to Mansoor off of a tope. So Mansoor tried to go for the tope suicida, but Ali had caught him with a insecurity kick. And so yeah, man, so Ali tried to go for the 450 splash, but he missed. And so yeah, man, we had an overhead belly to belly suplex to Mansoor in the corner. And so yeah, man, so Mansoor hit a moonsault to Ali, and Ali kicks out. And so yeah, man, so Ali he locked in a Koji clutch submission move to Mansoor, but Mansoor had grabbed the rope. Mansoor had grabbed the rope, and so yeah, man. At first, I thought Mansoor he was out. I thought he was out because it looked like he did passed out for a second. It looked like he did passed out, and the referee went to go check on him. And so yeah, he ended up snapping out of it. So he woke up from that. And so Ali tried to go for the 450 splash again, but he missed. And so yeah, man. So we had a springboard blockbuster or a neck breaker, whatever you want to call it, to Ali to win the match. So Mansoor wins the match. And so right after the match, Mansoor he was celebrating and all that stuff. And so Ali he attacked Mansoor. And so yeah, man. So he was beating up Mansoor, and we had some music that played over the PA system. And so yeah, man. So nobody knew who this guy was. He was dressed, and he had face coverings and a lot of clothing on him. And so yeah, I was like, man, who is this? Who is this? And so at first I thought it was R-Truth. I don't know what it was, but at first I thought it was R-Truth. But when I saw a closer look of this guy, I was like, yeah, that's not R-Truth. R-Truth is he's a lot bigger than this guy. And so yeah, man. So yeah, the crowd didn't know who it was, who this guy was. The commentary team didn't know who this guy was. Michael Cole making fun of Corey Graves, saying that his sources were flawed. Like, you have sources, Corey Graves. How you not know who this guy is? And so yeah, man. So yeah, and then this guy masked himself in a ring, and his name was Tarek Hamdi. Hamdi, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. But yeah, this guy was a silver medalist in karate. And so yeah, man. So yeah, this guy had knocked out Mustafa Ali with a kick. And so that was pretty much it, man. That was pretty much it, man. Now, as far as the match was really good. Now, with after the match, man, with the attack from this guy, this Tarek guy, I don't know what this was about. I don't know. I don't know what he had to do with Ali. I really don't. But yeah, man. Man, Ali should have won this match, man. He should have won this match. But yeah, I knew from the start that they were gonna give Mansoor the win because it was his hometown, and yeah. But Mustafa Ali, man, I said this in my prediction video, man. Mustafa Ali, he deserves better. He deserves better. Mustafa Ali deserves better. But yeah, man, I would have gave the win to him. I would have gave the win to Ali because he's been there the longest. He's been there the longest, and he's proven himself. He's proven himself time and time again. But creative overlooked this guy. They overlooked this guy, and they always overlook this guy. They're like, this guy should be going after a championship, man. Send him after the United States Championship. Send him after the Intercontinental Championship. Like, I don't think he ever went after a championship. The only title that he ever went after was the Cruiserweight title. And that was pretty much it. And he didn't even win the Cruiserweight title. But yeah, man. Man, they need to do something with Ali, bro. They really do. This guy is way too talented, man. Not doing anything. But yeah, man, that's what I would do with Ali. Send him after a championship already, bro. Send him after a championship. Like, build this guy up. Build him up first, and then send him after a title. But yeah, man. So that was pretty much it with the match. That was pretty much it with the match. And so yeah, man. So I don't know what they're gonna do next with Ali. No, they're not gonna do anything with him. That's the thing. They're not gonna do anything with him. But yeah, man. So yeah, that was pretty much it with the match and the aftermath. And so yeah, man. So right after that, man, we had the Raw Tag Team Championship match. So yeah, man. So it was AJ Styles and Omos versus RK Bro, who are the Raw Tag Team Champions. That's Randy Orton and Riddle, or Matt Riddle, whatever you want to call him. And so yeah, man. So during RK Bro's entrance, we had Matt Riddle. He went to the back and he got a camel, so he was riding on a camel. And so Randy Orton was looking at this guy crazy. He was looking at Riddle crazy, like, man, what is this? What is this dude doing? Like, what is he doing? Riding on a camel. And so yeah, man. So yeah, he rode the camel to the ring. And so yeah, man. So yeah, the match we had Styles and Riddle. They were going back and forth, and so Orton he went for the RKO, but Styles he had saw it coming, and so yeah, man. So Styles he had tagged in Omos, and so Orton he tried to take out Omos with strikes, but Omos had took out Orton, and so that's when the heels took control of the match. We had a hot tag to Riddle, and he took out Styles and Omos. We had an explosive suplex to Styles, followed up by a Broton, followed up by a PK kick, and then Styles kicked out of the move. And so from Riddle. And so yeah, man, so we had a Pele kick to Riddle from Styles. And so yeah, so Riddle had hit a knee strike to Styles, and then Orton, we had a hot tag to Orton. He had a power slam to Styles. And so to end the match, man, we had an RKO in midair to AJ Styles off of the phenomenal forearm. And so yeah, man, we all saw it coming, bro. When Styles went for that phenomenal forearm, the way that Randy Orton was positioned, we already knew the RKO was coming. We already knew it. So yeah, so yeah, he hit the RKO in midair. And so yeah, that wasn't the finish of the match. The finish of the match was the floating bro. So the RKO in midair was followed by a floating bro to AJ Styles from Matt Riddle to win the match. So RK Bro wins the match and are still the tag team champions of Monday Night Raw. And so yeah, man. So that was pretty much it with the match. Good match, good match. But yeah, I like to see legit tag teams going after the titles. And who's next? Who's gonna go after the Raw Tag Team Champions now? Like who's gonna go after the championships next? The Street Profits can't because they had a non-title match against what Riddle and Randy Orton on Monday Night Raw. No, who did they fight on Monday Night Raw? Who did they fight on Monday Night Raw? I think it was a non-title match. Yeah, it was a non-title match. It was the Street Profits versus RK Bro on Monday Night Raw, and they lost. They lost to RK Bro. So they can't go after the titles because they lost. They lost to the champions. So who's next after that? I don't know, man. I don't know. But it seems like it's the same teams. It's the same teams going after the tag team titles. But yeah, man, that's why I'm saying like they need to merge the tag teams together. They need to merge both the tag teams, Raw and SmackDown together, and have like one tag team titles. But yeah, man. So that was pretty much it with the match. That was pretty much it with the match. And so yeah, man. So right after that, man, we had Kevin Patrick. He was backstage. He interviews the man Becky Lynch, who was the SmackDown Women's Champion, big time Bex. So yeah, so Patrick he had asked Becky Lynch, is she worried about the outcome of the triple threat match? Is she worried that Sasha or Bianca is gonna win the match? And so Lynch was upset about the questioning. She was asking him like, well, what type of question was that? And so yeah, man, and she was explaining herself like she's not gonna lose this match. And so Patrick he was like, you don't have to get pinned to win the match. Or you don't have to get pinned to lose your title. And so Becky Lynch she was like, I know the rules of a triple threat match. Yeah, and then Becky Lynch she said that she will after tonight she will remind everyone who she is. And so yeah, so that was pretty much it with that. Pretty much it. And so yeah, man. So right after that, man, we had the Queen's Crown Tournament Finals. So we had Zelina Vega versus Doudrop. So yeah, man. So yeah, the women they had to wear extra clothing because in Saudi Arabia, in their country, in the Saudi Arabia, the women are not allowed to wear, the women are not allowed to show their skin. They're not allowed to show their skin, so they had to wear extra clothing. Like they had to cover their arms, they had to cover their legs, they had to cover their breast with a t-shirt. So yeah, man. So we had Vega and Doudrop there in the middle of the ring. So Vega she tried to take down Doudrop with kicks, and then Doudrop she started using her power against Vega, and so we had a swinging DDT to Doudrop, and she kicks out. Cold breaker to Doudrop, spinning sidewalk slam to Vega, and then we had a running senton to Vega, so that had to hurt because Doudrop she did use all her weight on Vega, and Vega is really small. So yeah, and then to end the match, man, we had a code red. We had a code red to Doudrop to win the match. So therefore, Zelina Vega wins the match, and she wins the Queen's Crown tournament, and is Queen Zelina Vega or Queen Vega or Queen Zelina, whatever you want to call her. So yeah, man. So that was pretty much it, man. I said this yesterday, man, in my predictions video. I did not care about the Queen's Crown tournament. Did not care about it. I said it that they did not need a Queen's Crown tournament. Like the women's division is not competitive enough to have a tournament, a Queen's Crown tournament. And I said this. I also said this yesterday. If you would have had the Queen's Crown tournament or the Queen of the Ring back in 2018, you know, that would have been a different story. It would have been a perfect time to put that back. It would have been a perfect time to have a Queen of the Ring in 2018. During that time. But now, this year was not the place to have the Queen's Crown tournament. But yeah, the whole tournament was a waste. It was a joke. It was not competitive at all. My pick to win the tournament was eliminated. But yeah, man, did not care about the tournament, the Queen's Crown tournament, and I did not care about this match. But yeah, man, the only thing I did not care about on this show was this match. But yeah, man. But yeah, and you were to ask me who is gonna win this Queen's Crown tournament between Doudrop and Zelina Vega. I'm going with Zelina Vega. It fits her. It fits her character more. Like the queen of the ring did not fit Doudrop. Like the name, I cannot get behind the name Doudrop. Like Piper Niven is her name. Doudrop, she is not going anywhere with that name. That name is so freaking ridiculous, man. It's so ridiculous. I would be embarrassed as a pro wrestler to have a name Doudrop. But yeah, man, that was it with that. That was it with the Queen's Crown tournament. Was not a fan of the Queen's Crown tournament. It was not competitive at all. They did not deserve the women's Queen's Crown tournament. But yeah, did not deserve it. They did not deserve that Queen's Crown tournament. But yeah, if I had to pick, Zelina Vega was probably she was the right choice to win this match, because Doudrop winning a Queen's Crown tournament, that would have made no sense at all. That would have made no earthly sense at all. Queen Doudrop, Queen Vega sounds a hell of a lot better than a Queen Doudrop. But yeah, man. Yeah, that was it, man. That was it. But yeah, the only thing I did not care about on this show. But yeah, that was it with that. And that was pretty much it with the match and the Queen's Crown tournament, the embarrassment of a Queen Crown tournament. But yeah, man, so right after that, man, we had the no holds barred Falls Count Anywhere match. And it was the almighty Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg. So yeah, man, so Lashley he pulled out a chain from his tights, from the inside of his tights, in a slick move, a slick like move, behind the referee's back. Referee didn't see it, but we saw it on a camera, and so Goldberg didn't see it either. And so Lashley, he blasted Goldberg with that chain. So he wrapped Bobby Lashley wrapped the chain around his fist, and he blasted Goldberg with the chain. And so yeah, man, so Lashley, he grabbed the chair, he hit Goldberg with the chair. And so Lashley, he went right after Goldberg's shoulder. And so Lashley, he pulled out a table, and then Lashley, he went right after Goldberg's bad knee that Lashley had targeted back at SummerSlam, I believe it was. Yeah, SummerSlam. That caused the referee to call off the match. And so yeah, man, so we had a chop block to Goldberg, and then Lashley, he had Pillmanized Goldberg's leg or his knee. And so Lashley, he tried to spear Goldberg through a table, but Goldberg moved out of the way. And so Lashley ended up going through a table. So he speared the table. And so yeah, so Goldberg hit the spear to Lashley. And so Goldberg went for a jackhammer. He had the jackhammer on Lashley. And at that point, I was like, man, the match gonna end like that? And so yeah, so Goldberg did not go for the cover. So I was like, yes, this match is gonna continue. I was like, man, this match cannot end like that. And so yeah, so the match kept going. And so we had a spear to Lashley through the barricade outside the ring. And so Lashley, at one point, he was bleeding from his arm. I don't know where it came from, but he was bleeding from his arm. Probably came from that table spot. But yeah, man, so Goldberg, at one point, he tried to drop, he had the steel steps in his hand, and Lashley, he was laying on the steel steps, on the other steel steps. And so Goldberg rather, he tried to drop the steel steps right on top of Bobby Lashley. And so yeah, so Lashley moved out of the way. And so yeah, man, so Lashley, he was walking up the ramp. He was walking up the entrance ramp. And so we had Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. They had kendo sticks, and they handed Bobby Lashley a kendo stick. So all three of these guys have kendo sticks, and they were about to triple team. They were about to triple team Goldberg. And so yeah, man, so Goldberg, he took out Cedric and Shelton. And so yeah, so he took one of the kendo sticks away from the Hurt Business. And so Goldberg started hitting Lashley with the kendo stick. And so yeah, man, so to end the match, man, yeah, they were fighting on the stage. And so yeah, man, so Goldberg, he had speared Lashley off of the stage, man. He speared him off of the stage through a table, so that was a nice spot. And so yes, to win the match. So to win the match, so he pinned him outside the ring because it's a false count anywhere match. So therefore Goldberg wins the match. And so yeah, man, good match, good match. You know, Goldberg, he did not look bad at all. Did not look bad. You know, you know, like yeah, I was asking myself that question, like how long is he gonna be able to last in the ring with Lashley? But yeah, man, he didn't look bad. He didn't look bad at all. But yeah, man, I would have went with Lashley to win the match. But see, I'm not mad that Goldberg won the match. But yeah, I would have went with Lashley. I would have went with Lashley to win the match. But yeah, so that was pretty much it with that. And then another thing, man, you know, Lashley, he had got back up after that. He got back up right after that spot, right after that table spot. So yeah, man, so that made Bobby Lashley look. It made Bobby Lashley look like more of a beast. So yeah, man, so that was pretty much it. And so yeah, man, so right after that, man, we had the finals. We had the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. So yeah, man, so I like the King of the Ring tournament better than the Queen's Crown tournament. So yeah, the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. So we had Finn Balor versus Xavier Woods. So yeah, man, so both of these guys, they try to out wrestle each other. And then Balor, he took down Woods. He had a takedown follow up by a stomp to Woods. And so yeah, sling blade to Woods, and then we had a super kick to Balor, and then Woods went for the cover. Balor kicks out, and so both of these guys, they're going back and forth with strikes. And so yeah, man, so strikes and kicks, and then we had a Pele kick to Xavier Woods. And so yeah, man, so we had a roll up to Balor for a damn near fall, man. That was a close one, man. He almost had him. And so yeah, man, so yeah, we had Xavier Woods, man. He had a superplex, man. He had a superplex to Balor, and it was a beautiful superplex. Beautiful superplex, man. And yeah, man, and Balor, of course, kicked out of the superplex. And the superplex, man, I'm telling you, man, I love the superplex. Oh, man, it just hypes up the crowd. The superplex, man. Great move. And yeah, I remember that one match that Xavier Woods had on Monday Night Raw with Ricochet in the King of the Ring tournament. And Ricochet, he superplexed Xavier Woods, and it was a nice looking superplex. One of the best superplexes I ever saw. Like like the height and the way the execution in the move was just so good. Was just so good, man, the superplex. But yeah, man. So yeah, so Balor so Xavier Woods, he went for his diving elbow finishing move, but Balor, he blocks it. He got the knees up. And so yeah, man, so Balor hit the sling blade of Woods, and then Balor went for the coup de grace, but he missed. And then Woods hit the gut buster. He hit a gut buster on Balor, and then Woods hit a diving elbow to Balor to win the match. So yeah, man, Xavier Woods wins the match, and it's King Xavier Woods. So he wins the tournament. He wins the King of the Ring tournament, and is now crowned as the King of the Ring. King Xavier Woods, King Woods, or King Xavier, whatever you want to call it. He is King Xavier Woods. And yeah, man, good match, man. Good match. And yeah, man, all hail Xavier Woods. All hail Xavier Woods, bro. Well deserved win for Xavier Woods, bro. Like I'm telling you, man, I was going with Woods. I was going with Xavier Woods to win the match. Like he had to. It was a must. It was a must win for him because you have all these other guys in the New Day. They have their success. You know, Kofi, former WWE champion and a multi-time, Intercontinental United States champion. Big E, former Intercontinental champion and current WWE champion. And Xavier Woods, nothing but a tag team title. And now, King of the Ring. He's King of the Ring, and it's been his dream. Been his dream to be King of the Ring, be a King of the Ring winner, and he finally got it, man. He finally did it. And so, yeah, man. So, yeah, happy for Xavier Woods, man. Happy for Xavier Woods that he won this match. And, yeah, man. Yeah, like I just can't wait to see what they do with him, man. Do it to him as King of the Ring. It should be really good. It should be really good, man. King Woods. But yeah, man. So that's the next step. It's probably the King of the Ring. Having him win the King of the Ring tournament, bro, is gonna elevate him. It's gonna elevate him to that next level, man. And hopefully, it's gonna elevate him to that WWE title. And then we'll have Xavier Woods become WWE champion one day, and all members of the New Day held WWE titles. You know, it may be Xavier Woods versus Big E one day for the WWE title. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, man. Yeah, well-deserved win for Xavier Woods. Balor, he did not need that win. He did not need it to win. You know, like Balor. I like Balor. I like Balor, but Balor, he does not need the King of the Ring. He did not need the King of the Ring. So that's why I went with Xavier Woods. Balor, he's accomplished everything that he needs to accomplish. And Balor, what would Balor be looking like? Like, can you imagine Balor wearing a crown and a cape? No, it's not gonna fit his character that he has right now. So, you know, that's why I went with Xavier Woods, man, because he needed it more. Balor didn't need it. He didn't need it. So yeah, Xavier Woods was the right person to win this match. But yeah, but if Xavier Woods did not win this match, if he did not win this match, yeah, a lot of people would have been upset. Some people were going for Balor, but Xavier Woods was the right person to win. But yeah, that was pretty much it with that, man. That was pretty much it with that. And Xavier Woods is King of the Ring, King Xavier, or King Woods, or King Xavier Woods. And so yeah, man. So that was pretty much it, man. Pretty much it with the match. And so yeah, man. So right after that, man, we had the WWE Championship match, and it was Drew McIntyre, the Scottish Warrior. I like the Scottish Psychopath better, man, versus Big E. So yeah, Drew McIntyre versus Big E, who is the WWE Champion. And so yeah, man. So both of these guys try to outmuscle each other because both of these guys, they are big guys. And so yeah, man. So we had an overhead belly to belly suplex to Big E on the floor. So that was nice, bro. The height that Drew McIntyre just threw this guy up, man. Like Big E, he was flying, bro. He was flying. And so yeah, man. So we had a spine buster, man. We had a spine buster to Big E. Beautiful, bro. Beautiful in execution. And it kind of looked like a jumping. It was a jumping spine buster, man. And so yeah, man, we had a series of overhead belly to belly suplexes to McIntyre. McIntyre hit a belly to belly suplex of his own to Big E. So Suplex City, man. Suplex City right now. And so yeah, man. So we had a running splash to McIntyre. And then we had a Michinoku driver to Big E. So Big E kicks out. And so yeah, man, we had a Uranagi to McIntyre in the corner of the ring. So yeah, so McIntyre ran over to Big E, and then Big E caught him with a Uranagi slam. So that was nice. I always loved that move. And so yeah, man. So yeah, McIntyre, he had the Future Shock DDT to Big E, and he kicks out. And so the crowd started chanting, "This is awesome." And so yeah, we had a pop-up powerbomb to McIntyre, and then Big E, he had locked in the stretch muffler submission move. And so yeah, man. So Big E fought out of it, or McIntyre rather fought out of it. And so yeah, man. So we had a big ending to end the match. Not to end the match. I'm sorry. We had a big ending. We had a big ending to McIntyre, and McIntyre kicks out of the big ending. And so yeah, at that point I was like, what? And so yeah, because Big E, he usually put people away with that move. I don't remember anybody kicking out of the big ending before. And so yeah, man. So McIntyre hit an avalanche bulldog to Big E, and then McIntyre tried to go for the Claymore kick, but he missed. And then McIntyre ended up hitting the Claymore kick anyways, and then Big E kicked out of the finishing move since McIntyre kicked out of the big ending. And so yeah, man. So the crowd started chanting, "Holy shit!" And so yeah, never heard that. Never heard that chant from the crowd in Saudi Arabia. So that was that was kind of shocking, man, that they chanted that. And so yeah, man. So the crowd started chanting one more time. They chanted one more time for that Claymore kick to McIntyre to Big E rather. And so yeah, so he ended up missing it. And so yeah, man. So to end the match, we had Big E. He had his finishing move, the big ending to Drew McIntyre to win the match. So Big E wins the match and is still the WWE champion. So yeah, man, great match, man. Great back and forth. Wasn't a fan of the feud. I wasn't a fan of these guys teaming up, tag teaming against somebody else when they're opponents at the pay-per-view. But man, this is a really good match, man. Really good match. Great back and forth. Love the spots in this match too, man. And the right person won, man. The right person won. Big E won this match. And yeah, and Big E staying on Raw, of course, and Drew McIntyre is headed off to SmackDown. So yeah, right move by having McIntyre lose and have Big E win. Right move to have Big E win this match because Drew McIntyre is headed off to SmackDown. Right after Crown Jewel, the draft is final. Whatever show you got drafted to, that's the show you're going to be on. So Drew McIntyre is headed off, packing up his bags, and he's going to head off to SmackDown. And so, yeah, man. So, speaking of SmackDown, we had the SmackDown Women's Championship triple threat title match. So it was Becky Lynch, the man who is the SmackDown Women's Champion, versus Sasha Banks, the legit boss. Sasha Banks versus the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. So yeah, man. So as I mentioned earlier about the women in their dress attire, they had to wear extra clothing because in Saudi Arabia they're not allowed. The women are not allowed to show their skin, so they have to wear extra clothing. And so yeah, man. So Sasha Banks, man, her ring gear was nice, man. I loved it. I love Sasha Banks' ring gear. And so yeah, man. So yeah, we had a fallaway slam to Sasha from Bianca. And so yeah, man. So at one point, man, we had Bianca. She had held up Sasha Banks with one arm, held her up with one arm. So that was really nice, man, showing off her strength. And so yeah, man. So Sasha, she hit a meteor to Becky, and then Becky hit a missile drop kick to Bianca while Bianca was holding Sasha Banks. And so yeah, man, we had a bulldog to Bianca from Becky, and we had a diving leg drop to Sasha from Becky, and while Sasha was draped on the ropes. And so we had a Bex exploder suplex to Bianca and Sasha. And so we had a double buckle bomb to Becky from Sasha and Bianca, so they were teaming up against Becky Lynch. And so Sasha hit the Three Amigos to Bianca, paying homage to the late great Eddie Guerrero. And so yeah, so Sasha tried to go for the frog splash, also shades of the late great Eddie Guerrero, but Sasha rather, she missed. And so yeah, so Bianca, she at one point she had pushed Sasha Banks out of the ring. I think she tried to push her out of the ring, but Sasha, she had caught whiplash. She had got whiplash. The bottom rope had gave her a whiplash. So yeah, man, really really nasty spot. And so yeah, so Bianca, she had a spine buster to Becky, and Becky kicked out. And so yeah, man, so we had a deadlift suplex, man. We had a deadlift suplex to Bianca or to Becky from Bianca. And so yeah, man, so Bianca, she went for a handstand moonsault, but she missed. And so yeah, man, so Banks and Lynch, they locked in their submission hold on Bianca at the same time. So Becky Lynch, she had to disarm her, locked on Bianca, while Sasha Banks had the bank statement locked on Bianca Belair. And so yeah, so Becky and Sasha, they were going back and forth. And we had a manhandle slam to Sasha from Becky. And then Bianca broke up the pin. And so yeah, man, so Becky, she had took out Bianca and Sasha with a dive off of the announce table. And so yeah, man, so Becky, she had locked in to disarm her to both Sasha and Bianca at the same time. And so Bianca, she had overpowered it. And she held on both of these ladies. And Sasha, she ended up falling off of Bianca Belair. I think she had to go for a roll up or something like that. And so Bianca ended up hitting a suplex on Becky. And so yeah, man, so we had a backstabber to Bianca from Sasha, and then we had a KOD to Becky Lynch from Bianca. And so we had Bianca and Sasha, they were fighting over the pin. And so they were fighting each other over the pin. And so Sasha, she, took out Bianca Belair. And so Sasha went back into the ring. She tried to cover Becky Lynch, but Becky Lynch had rolled up Sasha Banks for the win. And so Becky Lynch, she had held on to the ropes for extra leverage, so that's legal. That's legal because no rope breaks in triple threat matches and no disqualifications in triple threat matches. So Becky Lynch wins the match. Becky Lynch won the match and is still the SmackDown Women's Champion. So yeah, man, good match, man. Now with this match, man, I was going with Sasha, man. I was going with Sasha to win the match because I thought it was the correct choice. It was the correct choice to have Sasha win the match because Bianca is going to Raw and Becky is going to Raw as the SmackDown Women's Champion. So you can't go to Raw as the SmackDown Women's Champion. So that's why I said that it should be the right move to have Sasha win the match and win the SmackDown Women's Champion because she's the only person in this match that's staying on SmackDown. So yeah, it would have made a lot of sense to put the title on Sasha, but they didn't go that way. Now, yeah, which leaves us with a lot of questions, man. Like, what are they gonna do with those titles? Like, first off, we have, as I mentioned earlier, Becky going to Raw as the SmackDown Women's Champion. And then we have Charlotte. We have Charlotte going to SmackDown as the Raw Women's Champion. So what exactly are they gonna do with the titles? Are they gonna have a unification match? Are they gonna swap out the titles? Please do not swap out the titles like they did with the Street Profits and the New Day at one point when they were both tag team champions. and they got traded to different shows and they swapped their titles. Don't do that, man. Do not do that. They probably need to do a unification match. They need to do a unification match. They need to do a unification match and put these women's divisions together. Put these women's divisions together, man. You know, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. But are they gonna go that way? No, they're not gonna do that because they drafted women. They've drafted women to their respective shows, so they're not gonna do that. But yeah, like that's what I would do, man. I'll have one women's title and have that woman that's holding that one title float from SmackDown to Raw. Have like that traveling champion. Have that traveling champion go to Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. But yeah, they're not gonna go that way. They're not gonna go that way. They're gonna swap out those titles. That's exactly what they're gonna do. That's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna swap out those titles. So yeah, man. So yeah. So that was pretty much it with that. And so right after that, man, we had the main event, and it was for the WWE Universal Championship. So yeah, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, who is the WWE Universal Champion, with Paul Heyman in his corner. So yeah, man. So both of these guys, they're going back and forth. We had Lesnar, he hit the German suplex to Reigns, so that's one German suplex, and so the crowd started chanting Suplex City, Suplex City. And so yeah, the entire match, Roman Reigns, he tried to avoid the German suplex because that's one of Brock Lesnar's big moves. And so yeah, man, so the crowd was split. You had half of the crowd cheering for Reigns, and you had the other half of the crowd cheering for Brock. And so yeah, man, so we had a Superman punch to Lesnar to knock him off of the ring apron. And so yeah, man, we had an over the top rope dive to Lesnar, Undertaker style, man, Undertaker style. So that was really nice move from Roman Reigns, bro. And yeah, and the over the top rope move, when he run in the ring and he jumps over the top rope and he lands on his opponent. Like Reigns, he haven't done that in a while. He haven't done that in a while since his babyface run. So yeah, man, I thought that was a really nice spot. And so yeah, man, so Reigns, he had speared Lesnar, and then Lesnar had kicked out of the spear, and so the crowd was still split at that point. And so yeah, Reigns hit a Superman punch to Lesnar, and he hit another one on Lesnar. And so yeah, Reigns tried to go for the spear, and then Lesnar, he leapfrogged. He leapfrogged out of the way. So that was a great hop, man. Great height off of that hop. And so yeah, man, for a big guy, man, Brock Lesnar, he got some hops, bro. Got some hops. And so yeah, man, so yeah, he hopped out of the way, leapfrogged out of the way, and then Reigns, he just speared the turnbuckle. So he ran into the turnbuckle. And so yeah, so Lesnar, he hit a third German suplex, and he hit a fourth German suplex. And so yeah, so Lesnar, he hit the F5 to Reigns. And so at that point, I was like, kick out, because it looked like Roman Reigns, he was not about to kick out. It looked like he wasn't about to kick out. And I was yelling, I was like, kick out. And he kicked out. And so yeah, man, so Lesnar tried to go for the F5 again. But Reigns, he had locked in a guillotine submission hold to Lesnar. And then Lesnar, he overpowered the guillotine. And then Brock tried to go for the F5 once again. But off of the F5, Roman Reigns, his leg had caught the referee right in the face. And so it knocked the referee out. So the referee is out. And so yeah, man, so Lesnar hit the F5 on Reigns, and while the referee was knocked out. And so he went for the cover while the referee was knocked out. And so the referee was knocked out. And so yeah, man, so Lesnar, he tried to wake up the referee. So he lifted the referee up by his pants, and he dropped him. And the referee still didn't get up from that. And so yeah, so the referee, he just landed outside the ring. He just fell out of the ring. And so yeah, man, so Reigns had speared Lesnar. And so the camera had zoomed in on Paul Heyman, because that's what this story was about. It was about Paul Heyman and his loyalty. Like, where did his loyalty lie? Is he with Lesnar, or is he with Roman Reigns? And so yeah, man, so they zoomed in on Paul Heyman, who was holding the Universal title. And so he just put the title in the ring. He just slid the title in the ring. In the middle of the ring. It was in the middle of the ring. It was right in front of Brock and Roman. And so yeah, man, so both of these guys, they were playing tug of war with the championship. They were playing tug of war with the championship, like they were fighting over a toy. And so yeah, man, so yeah, while Paul Heyman, while he slid that championship in, he was like, I don't know what to do with it. And so that's when they ended up fighting over it. And so yeah, man, so yeah, the Usos, man, while Brock and Roman, they were playing tug of war, we had the Usos that came out and they super kicked Brock Lesnar. And so yeah, man, so they super kicked Brock Lesnar, and again, no referee. And so yeah, man, so we had Reigns. He grabbed the Universal title and he smashed Brock Lesnar over the head with the Universal title. And so yeah, so he went for the cover. Roman Reigns went for the cover, and another referee came out and counted to 3. So therefore, Roman Reigns wins the match and is still the WWE Universal Champion. So yeah, man. So that was pretty much it with the match, bro. Pretty much it with the match. Great match, man. Great match. Now, I think we will be seeing a rematch because Lesnar was screwed over. He was screwed over, so we might be seeing a rematch. But yeah, Roman Reigns, he should not lose. Roman Reigns should not lose, man. If we get a rematch, Roman should not lose. But yeah, man. But yeah, after the match, man, Paul Heyman, if you saw the look on his face, it looked like he had like his face. He had a look of regret. He had a look of regret on his face because of how things turned out. Well, how Roman Reigns won. Like Paul Heyman, he slid the title in. He slid the title in, and these guys was fighting over the title. So after the match, Paul Heyman, you would think he'll be excited that the tribal chief won the match, but it was like he had a look of regret on his face. So yeah, I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. So Heyman is in trouble. He's in trouble right now. Lesnar is probably gonna go after him based off of what happened in the match. So yeah, man. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We might get a rematch. We might get a rematch with this. But yeah, I am glad that Roman Reigns did not lose. I'm glad he did not lose this match. It would have been terrible if they would have had Roman lose. It would have been terrible. You wouldn't hear the end of it. You would not hear the end of it on Twitter, man. People would be mad, man, if Roman would have lost. But I'm glad he did not lose, man. But yeah, man, that was it, man. That was it with the show, man. That was it with the show. Great show, man. Great show. Enjoyed the matches. WWE title match was really good. Universal title match. The Hell in a Cell match was really good. That's probably my match of the night right there, man. And yeah, man. Yeah, man. Overall, really good show. Really good show. And WrestleMania, man. WrestleMania-like show was this show. WrestleMania-like was Crown Jewel. And this is the better of the Crown Jewel show, man. The better of the Crown Jewel shows that they ever had. This is the best Crown Jewel show that they ever had, man. So yeah, man. So yeah, that was it, man. That was it with that. That was it with the review. That was it with Crown Jewel 2021 on the Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, man, if you like this video, man, hit the thumbs up, man. What are you waiting for? Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded, because I'm here every single week, man. Wednesdays for AEW Dynamite, Thursdays for Impact Wrestling, Fridays for AEW Rampage, and Saturdays and Sundays are for WWE, AEW, and Impact Wrestling pay-per-views. So I'm here. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show, and comment down below, man. Tell me how you felt about Crown Jewel, man. And yeah, man. And share this video, man. Share this video with each and every single person that you come across on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, man. And I'll see you guys tonight, man. I'll see you guys tonight for Impact Wrestling. See you guys tonight for Impact Wrestling. The Go Home show before Bound for Glory, that's on Saturday, man. So I'll see you guys then. And yeah, man. And once again, guys, thank you for the support. Thank you, and thank you. The love and the support for the show. Thank you, my awesome ones. And yeah, man. Once again, I'll see you guys on tonight for Impact Wrestling. And yeah, man. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care. Stay safe. And don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.